Frequent Asked Questions, Part 2. How does the Archon's rule reflect the challenges faced in spiritual awakening? The Archons represent the obstacles and distractions we face on the path to enlightenment, teaching that the journey requires vigilance, discernment, and inner strength to overcome these forces. Chapter 5, The Light of Gnosis. What is Gnosis, and why is it important? Gnosis is the direct knowledge of the divine truth, an awakening to the soul's true nature, and the origin in the pleroma. It is the key to spiritual liberation from the material world. How does Gnosis differ from intellectual knowledge? Gnosis is not intellectual or academic knowledge. It is a deep intuitive understanding that transcends reason. It comes from within and is rooted in spiritual experience. How can souls begin to seek Gnosis? Souls can seek Gnosis by turning inward, questioning the material world's illusions, and connecting with the divine light of Sophia that resides within them. The journey requires patience, humility, and openness to deeper truths. Why is Gnosis considered the ultimate goal in the spiritual journey? Gnosis is the ultimate goal because it reunites the soul with its divine source, allowing it to transcend the material world and return to the fullness of the pleroma. What lesson can be learned about the nature of truth from this chapter? The nature of truth, as shown through Gnosis, is that it cannot be found in external things or dogmas. True knowledge is an internal realization, a remembering of the soul's divine origin. Chapter 6, The Journey of the Soul. What challenges does the soul face on its journey to Gnosis? The soul faces many challenges, including the temptations of the material world, the distractions of the Archons, and the difficulty of letting go of false identities and attachments. Why is the journey described as ongoing and never complete? The journey to Gnosis is ongoing because enlightenment is a process, not a destination. The soul must constantly seek deeper truths and continue to shed illusions, even after it has awakened. How does this chapter emphasize the importance of perseverance? Perseverance is crucial because the path to Gnosis is filled with obstacles and deceptions. The soul must remain steadfast, always seeking, and never falling into complacency. What can we learn from the soul's need to release attachments? Releasing attachments is essential because it allows the soul to let go of false identities and illusions that keep it bound to the material world. True freedom comes from trusting in the light within, not in external things. How does the soul's journey mirror the challenges we face in life? The soul's journey reflects our own struggles with identity, desire, and fear. It teaches us that true fulfillment comes from looking inward and seeking spiritual truth rather than chasing after material goals. Chapter 7, The Role of Faith in Gnosis. Why is faith important in the search for Gnosis? Faith is essential because the journey to Gnosis requires trust in the unseen and the unknown. The soul must have faith in the divine light within, even when external circumstances seem confusing or difficult. How does faith differ from blind belief? Faith in Gnosis is not blind belief in dogma or authority. It is an inner conviction that comes from the soul's connection to the divine light, a trust in the deeper truths that transcend the material world. How can souls cultivate faith on their journey? Souls cultivate faith by turning inward, practicing humility, and trusting in the process of spiritual growth. Faith grows stronger as the soul continues to seek truth and experience the light of Sophia within. Why is doubt an important part of the journey? Doubt is important because it pushes the soul to question the illusions of the material world and to seek deeper truths. Healthy doubt leads to greater understanding and keeps the soul from falling into complacency. What lesson does this chapter teach about perseverance and trust? This chapter teaches that spiritual perseverance requires both trust in the light within and the willingness to continue seeking, even when the path is unclear. Faith and perseverance go hand in hand on the journey to Gnosis.